Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's class I'm going to show us how to make a shirt dress. This is about 2 years of fabrics. So starting with the front part, you're going to fold into two like this. Then this front part, this is the button allowance and the folding allowance. So I'm folding 2.5 inches like this. This one I folded like this now is 2.5 inches. That is the front. I want to cut out the front, so this is 2.5 inches. Then you are going to iron it this way. You iron it this way. What I did here, I just folded the fabric into two. So now this is my shoulder slant, 2 inches. Shoulder slant 2 inches. So after that, shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then 7 inches downward for the armhole, length. The back is going to be higher than the front with about 1.5 inch. So that was what I minus out. That is 1.5 inch. So my half length is 17. The hip length 25. The hip length is 25. Then the full length is 38 inches. The full length is 38 inches. So now immediately after this armhole line, just take your bust measurement divided by 4. Waist measurement divided by 4. Then hip measurement divided by 4. Meanwhile, whatever I mark on this hip line is what I'm going to mark at the down part. That is the full length part. So just connect this way. Connect them together. To just curve this armhole. You curve your armhole. So now you are going to add just 1 inch allowance. You're going to add 1 inch sewing allowance. So this down part, sorry, this is off camera. Sorry about that. So now this is the full length. So this down part is not going to be straight, so just come down a bit so that you'll be able to curve like this. Be able to curve this way. So after cutting out the front, so cutting the back, you're going to place this front on it like this. Make sure they're equal. And remember, when I was taking my length measurement, I minused 1.5 at the upper part. So now you are going to leave 3 inches at this upper part. As this back is going to be higher with 3 inches. So by the time you fold like this on it, that 1.5 inch we remove will now come back to complete the measurement. But the back has to be higher than the front. So that is the main idea. So that we're able to lap well on the shoulder. So that 1.5 inch I removed while I was taking my measurement. That was why I left 3 inches at the back. So by the time you fold on it, the 1.5 inch will come back. So I want this back to be a little bit longer than the front, just with about 2 inches. So that's that. Then this other side, you are going to trim out the same shape. You're going to trim out equal shape at the side. So basically this is it. Cutting the neck, I'm going to have 2.5 inches here. 2.5 inches. Then this depth is going to be 4 inches. that is length 4, then the width 2.5. So that's that about the neck. Just trim this piece off. So that's that. Measure 5 inches from shoulder so that you dip in your armhole a bit. That is the front part. 5 inches down from the shoulder, then just dip in it with half of an inch to avoid unnecessary squeezing on that armhole level. So now I'm cutting the sleeve that is on fold. My fabric on fold, I have 10 inches, then the length 23 inches. So 5 inches to curve the armhole. Then just go down with about 2.5 inches here before you start your curve. Something like this. Yeah, that 2.5 inches is just to guide you on how to curve that area, because some people might actually do it and it will be sharp. So this is the round sleeve divided by 2. That's the round sleeve divided by 2. Then you're going to connect. You're going to connect it to the armhole. You know, it's a shade, so it's meant to be free. So even the bicep measurement is going to be free, not going to be tight. Bicep measurement is going to be free, it's not going to be tight. So the bicep is 14, so I'm making it 17 here. So now your sleeve, just pick 2 of these and dip in it just like the way you did on the main body. Just like this. When you get to around that 5 inches, then you just go in with like half of an inch, something like this. Sorry, my fabric is kind of colorful. I just hope you guys are seeing clearly. So this is going to be the left and this is going to be the right sleeve. You can see the way it is. So that's that about the sleeve. It's going to have a little cuff links like 2 inches. So now I'm going to cut facing for the back. Definitely the back is going to have facing. Not too long, maybe probably like 6 inches. So or 7 inches, depending on how big you want it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be big. So this is the facing. So you're just going to fold. You fold the down part like this. Just fold your facing like this. So if you have your magic gum with you, that's the main gum, you decide to just put it to tag it down. If you don't have it, that's no problem. Just place it and you sew it down. So this is it. So now I'm going to place it. This is the way you're going to do it. So if you like, you can still use your magic gum, that's your hemming gum, to tag it down, or probably just take it to machine straight, then you sew it down. Just take it to your machine, then you stitch. So this is the back. So now the front, I don't want to sew it, so this is what I'm going to do. You know, we left out 2.5 inches, so just fold half inch like this, half of an inch like this. You're going to fold with your iron. You're going to fold half of an inch with your iron like this. Now we are left with 2 inches, that is from the allowance. So now you now fold into 2 again. That means you're going to fold 1. You're going to fold 1, so you're going to be left with 1 inch. So that 1 inch is going to be the overlapping of the buttons. And it's going to be the overlapping for the buttons. So after doing it this way, if you like, you can decide to just go and sew it all through, but I don't want to do that. I just want to put hemming gum so that it will look neat, it will look very neat. I don't want threading to show there. And for those of us that might be wondering, maybe the thing we open up later on, maybe after some times, by the time you put your buttons, so that will do justice to that, so it won't be able to open up. So that is how you're going to do it all through. So this is it. You can see the way it's looking, both the front and the back. You can see them. So now we'll start coupling. So now we'll start coupling. So starting with the back, I'm going to sew on this. Starting with the back, I'm going to sew, just tag it down like this. So after stitching all through, then you start with the front. This is the front, one piece of the front. Then you join the shoulder with about half of an inch. So what you do here is what you're going to do with the other one. So after that, arrange your, just drag it, make sure the armhole they are equal. This armhole curve, make sure they are equal. And you just notch the shoulder. So this is the sleeve. You pick one of the sleeve. That's the one that is going to, you can see it. You can see it. This is the one you're going to fix here. So starting with the notched part. So you're going to use ½ inch to join all through, so that they will be equal. That is why I'm starting it on that shoulder, so that it will tally with the sleeve and the main body. So you also sew it from this other side. Sew it from this other side. So whatever you do here is what you are going to do on the other sleeve. If you check, before I put the sleeve, before fixing the sleeve, you discover that the place I dip in on the armhole is where I'm attaching the other side I dip in on the sleeve. The purpose of that is to avoid all those unnecessary squeezing at the armhole part. So I've already joined that. So this is the round sleeve. I'm just going to leave about 3.5 inches here for the sleeve opening. I'm going to leave, because I told you guys it's going to have curves, just 2 inches curves, to make sure the armhole, the armpit joining are equal. Make sure the joining is equal. So you're just going to join it all through like that with 1 inch. So what I'm doing here is what I'm going to do on the other side also. So after that, you just do your normal ironing. Just iron them to stretch all the joining. Just iron it very well. So now let's do the collar first. Fold into two like this, then you get your round neck. Try to measure around your neck to get the collar measurement. So just make sure they are equal, so that you won't make mistake while cutting your collar. So this is it, probably 9 inches. So I'm just going to cut out the exact 9 inches. Then maybe like 4 inches. That is the width. Just cut it out like this. Start your measurement. So now I'm going to measure 1 inch here. Then top my tape, then I'll measure another 1 inch. So you can guys just curve that part, something like this. You just curve something like this, then you just go up. You can start to go up straight. You know, we have different patterns of cutting colors, different patterns. So this is 2 inches. That's from that 1 inch. Let's mark this out. That is this 1 inch. Let's mark it out. So after that line, that was when I measured that 2 inches upward. So this one is going to be 1.5. So you're going to connect it this way. Just like I said, we have different ways of different patterns of color. So anyone that works for you, just make use of it. So because I know, then just curve this place a bit, just a bit, like this, so that it won't be straight. Just like I said, some of us might be wondering why this one is like this, or maybe the ones I had in my previous videos. You can use any, just we have different patterns of it, so just use anyone that works for you. So this is it. I'm going to do them together. So now you're just leaving a little, maybe like 1/4 inch, just the space 1/4 inch, then so that by the time you fold in, it's able to break. So this is it. This 1/2 inch we left out here, just use iron to fold it in, then you put your hemming gum. You put your hemming gum to tag it down. So do your folding. Just fold like this. Then you trim the down part again to leave out about 1/2 inch. You guys already know the way we'll do our collar. So just that 1/2 inch we left out, now you're going to fold it on it, then you sew round. You're not going to sew exactly on the collar, just immediately after the collar. So this is it. This is it. Then you iron it. So meanwhile, when you're ironing, you're going, the down part has to come out a bit more than the upper part, because our sewing is just one time sewing. It's just a one time sewing. So you're just going to put this in between. Just insert this in between, then you're just going to sew once. So after that, this is it. The collar is ready. Our collar is ready. You know, the down of the dress is curved, so since it's very curved like that, it's very, very difficult for you to aim. So it will be better if you just weave it. Just use weaving machine to weave, then you just fold once so that it won't tangle. You can see the color, you can see the way it is. So as simple as that. So as simple as that. This is the color. So now the opening, the 3.5 inches we left out on the sleeve the other time, just use hemming gum to, after weaving, just use hemming gum to tag it down. You don't even have to sew it. So I have 4 inches here for the curves, just like I said. Here I'm not going to use color gum, just paper stay. I just double paper stay here. So I'm folding about 1/2 inch. You're just going to sew it. You're going to sew on that 1/2 inch. So after that, you fold like this, then you still leave 1/2 inch again at this down part, just like the way we did on the collar. We're still going to do the same. So you're going to fold it on it this way. You sew, then the other side also you're going to sew. So the length here is 9 inches. That's a round sleeve. That is for the cuffs. So the cuffs is 9 inches. So even though if the main sleeve is wider, you decide to just do a little pleating. That is if you want it to have pleating. But if you don't want it to have pleating, you just do the same measurement. So just like the way we did on the collar, after joining this is it, you turn it the other way around. Then when you iron it, make sure the down part comes out a bit more than the upper part. Still the same way, you just insert this in between. Just going to insert this in between, just like this. Then you are going to sew it all through. Then our beautiful shirt dress is ready. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to share and subscribe. See you guys next time.